Yo, what's good? What's good, fam? What's popping with the people? What's good with y'all, Panther Nation? Can we get a little bit of excitement? We got a W, fam. A dump
No,
W too. I'm standing by. I see y'all in the chat. I see y'all in the chat talking about my word dominant. It was dominant, fam. Believe that.
folks don't know what dominance stands for, man. Folks don't know what dominance stands for.
It was dominant. It was dominant. Dominated in the trenches. Who was Kyle Pitts? Who was that guy? Somebody put an APB out on him because he got gilly locked. He got gilly locked. Shout out Stefan Gilmore. But yeah, man, great game. Great game, fun game. Shout out to Tony, man. Shout out to Tony and shout out to Deontay. They were at the game. And shout out to Deontay, bro. He lucked out. I made a mistake. So my man lucked out and got some free tickets to the game in Atlanta. So shout out to Deontay. He's a Patreon member. You never know what happens when you a Patreon member. So your boy lucked up. But anyway, Dave, G-Ho weekend. My weekend was great. How was your weekend?
Well, man, I did not get to experience the festivities of the greatest homecoming on earth, but my son's birthday was this weekend, so we had the party on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We did the trick or treating. He was a police officer, so we took him to the police station. He got to get the sirens going and change the lights on the police car, which was dope for him. Otherwise, man, it was a pretty good weekend overall.
Yeah, man. Good weekend for me too. Good weekend for me. I did go to shout out to A&T, shout out to Aggie Pride, to all the Aggies that watched this. It was homecoming weekend. It was diet homecoming. It wasn't your typical G-Ho, obviously due to COVID. But I did go to the game. We got beat by Monmouth. Shout out to Monmouth, the really, really good, well-coached team. And shout out to everybody showed up to the game. And the stadium was packed. And again, not the same G-Ho, but it was good. Good to see. And I'm happy for all the students there. Some of the freshmen and some of the sophomores. They hadn't had a chance to experience it. Yeah, it's the first one. So I'm happy for them. They got a chance to get the diet version. Hopefully,
they had the game. They had the step show. They had most of the events.
They didn't have
the plot.
The plot. Yeah, they didn't have that's where G-Ho is G-Ho. Okay, they had the step show and all that, but they didn't get a chance to really, really dive in to the G-Ho experience, which is out after the game at night. With the DJs be cracking out there on the in the Highland Bowl and near the plots. Like that's G-Ho, bro. And they didn't get a chance to experience it. But it's all good. Maybe next year. So it's all good, man. Shout out to everybody that went. But yeah, and then I had the game. I didn't get a chance to go down to Atlanta. I had tickets. Shout out to Tony again, but I ended up giving those away to a Patreon member. And so I had to stay home and do the trick or treat. And so I watched the game at the crib. Went around trick or treat. Shout out to my neighbors. We Halloween in my neighborhood is crazy. Half the neighborhood giving out full size candy bars. It's lit. So and it's a big party, adult party. It's dope. It's dope. So happy Halloween, everybody. That was dope. I hope you don't get any cavities. Yeah, don't eat all your day. Don't stay away from your kids' candy, dog. Don't eat all your kids' candy.
I ain't doing that no more. And there's enough cupcakes from the birthday party. There's like I think we only got like one left, but like the cupcake game was vicious. Like we had these cupcakes in a box. It was pretty dope. That cart my wife set up for the kids. So no, it was good. But now I don't hop in the candy box like that anymore, man.
Yep. So again, let's go ahead. We got a lot to talk about. It's a lot to discuss. We're gonna start off. Typically, we jump right into the game, but there's a lot of NFL news going on right now, and so I do want to talk about that before we get into the actual game. Dave, let's quickly talk about Jameis Winston. Obviously, NFC South related. Jameis Winston goes down with an ACL tear, I believe. So he's going to be out for a little bit. And
done for the season.
Done for the season. And I'm hearing that, your boy Taysom Hill is going to be on his way back from a concussion. So they're not too worried about the quarterback position long term. So what's your thoughts about Jameis Winston in the Saints? What are they going to do?
I mean, they're 5-2 right now, so they still in it. From that standpoint, I mean, it sucks for Jameis because I think Jameis was finally showing that he could actually play in this league because I think he's always taken a lot of grief and things of that sort. But Sean Payton is a hell of a coach. And they brought out Trevor Siemian. And they end up still beating the Super Bowl champs. So like good. You can't. That's what well coached teams do.
Facts. Talk about it, Dave.
That's how it works.
Repeat that real quick, Dave?
That's how well coached teams do. That's what they do. Jameis out, Taysom concussion. Trevor, get in here and finish off the Super Bowl champs.
True story. Well coached teams,
well-oiled machines matter, man.
It matters. That coaching does matter, and Sean Payton is a great coach. But I did want to talk about that because that is significant when you're talking about NFC South, and we'll get to the standings and all that a little bit later. But it is important. So keep an eye, man. Prayers up for Jameis. He was having a decent season. The team was having a good season, so we'll see what happens.
They're not calling Cam. I know somebody brought up that they might call Cam. They've already said they have no interest in getting Cam. They're rolling with Hill.
They've already said that they have no interest in calling up Cam Newton. So that's a good listen. I don't know where the report came from. I don't know who said it. It could be fake news, but from what I saw, there is no interest in bringing Cam Newton to New Orleans. All right. So let's move on. Dave, Derrick Henry out of here. What was it, Dave? 6 to 10 weeks or something like that?
6 to 10 weeks.
Yeah.
So he might be back in time for the playoffs.
If they make it there.
They're in it. You see that division? That division?
Colts, what? Colts, with the way this is going, watch the Colts getting healthy now. Colts going to be all right.
Just so you know, if they tie with the Colts, they win the tiebreaker. They swept them.
No, that's true. No, that's true.
So
you're right.
They ain't got to do much. They just got to hold on. That's
the problem. You hold, you're not talking about just similar to Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers. If anybody knows when your offenses, there is a difference, Dave. There's a big difference. I think this is more significant than Christian McCaffrey going down. You're right.
They have AJ Brown and Julio Jones. Tannehill's not a slouch.
They have Ryan Tannehill too.
Tannehill's not a slouch.
Their game is predicated on running the football, Dave. If they don't have a
look who they got. They bringing in AP. AP, are you with me? This man about to be 40 years old out here about to run for 1,000 yards in the final 9 games of the season.
Yep. They did sign AP to the practice squad, so we'll see. We'll see what they do.
Active by Sunday. He'll be active by Sunday.
I agree. But yeah, man, I don't see it happening though. I think we'll see. I mean, that's we talk about well-coached teams, right? I hope they can go out there and operate without a Derrick Henry. It would prove my point. Like, you got to be able to operate without when your star player, when your whole offense is centered around this dude, and he goes down, can you sustain? That's how.
Well, the question of the day is, Julio's been disappointing so far since the trade. So now this is his opportunity to shine, right? Like AJ Brown's finally woken up. You know what I'm saying? So now once Julio gets back here, they can change up the offense a bit. I mean, I still think they're going to still try to get the pace with running the football, but they got weapons to make this happen.
So do we.
A well-coached team should be able to take advantage of those weapons that you have and adjust.
I agree with you.
Now, their defense is not as good as ours. Let's be clear. The defense is okay. They ain't great, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll see if they can hold on. I think it's gonna be interesting, but I think the Colts, keep an eye on the Colts. They had a lot of injuries, and they started to get some of these dudes back. So just be careful if they start dropping these games. Colts might sneak up on them. I know they had a rough start.
Shout out to my Patreon folks, because like we were having a discussion about the not so early fantasy rankings, and I said Derrick Henry's it, but I also kept CMC in the top 5, and they thought I was kind of crazy saying that. I'm like, CMC still CMC, and just because Derrick Henry didn't get hurt yet doesn't mean anything. And now Derrick Henry's hurt. Now I got to rethink my whole rankings.
Yeah,
but you never know, man, because like if they're saying 6 to 10 weeks, he'll probably be ready to rock. I hope he doesn't rush it, because then he might re-injure and then he might not be ready for the new season.
Facts. But yeah, man, I think this is his first major injury. I don't think he's missed a game. He hasn't missed any games, so this, he got paid. We'll see if he sits on it and he kind of, like you said, not rush it, but We'll see. That offense is largely dependent on Derrick Henry. You take him out, we'll see what happens. All right, let's move on. And we have our own. Dave. Sam Darnold concussed, and he's in the protocol. He's in the protocol due to this shellacking he took, bro. No, he got folded like an accordion, B.
Well, I saw it.
Yeah, he got folded up bad. And so he's gonna be out. I don't think he's gonna play next week. Or this week, excuse me.
No, he might. He might make it to the protocol by then.
He might. I wouldn't bet on that. That's an ugly hit, bro. And you see it when he tried to get up.
I'm not doubting the intensity of the hit. I saw that shit 3 times. I watched it a couple times. Like, whoa, he got rocked. But we've seen crazier things happen when it comes to the concussion protocol. Now, that being said,
he got up. He got up, but he was woozy. When he first got up, that man was woozy as hell. He tried to fight. He tried to fight it off, but he was woozied in the mug, bro. He was.
Oh no, it was bad. That hit was bad, bro. I think the thing that was interesting about it is because like he was running more in this game too, and so I'm thinking, all right, and then all of a sudden, man, they teed his ass up. And I'm just going to say this again to you guys, since everybody doesn't think he's coming back. Here's another friendly reminder that Sam Darnold, if he does not return, it will be his 4th consecutive season that he has not played a full year.
Yep. True.
So, and I've been saying this all this time. When we brought in Sam, he the most games he's played in the season is 13. So just keep that in mind. Hopefully he just misses a week because of this. So just hopefully, because you know who our backup is.
Yeah, but
we're not trading for nobody.
No, we're not. I don't think. Yeah, I saw some fam. What are we doing? Like, I saw some crazy. I saw somebody post, "Yo, are we gonna trade for Jimmy Garoppolo?" Like, fam, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Like,
we're gonna play. We're gonna play the guy that you guys thought was better than Teddy. We're gonna play PJ Walker.
Yeah, I think PJ Walker is gonna get the start. They're not gonna bring anybody
else. We're gonna round up
the
guy from the practice squad, and that's that.
Cam ain't coming. They're gonna roll what they got. They're gonna roll what they got, bro.
That's what they got.
I think it would be great to bring. It would be great to bring in Cam, but there's a lot of nuance and political BS around it. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So don't get your hopes up. Nobody seems to be picking up the phone for Cam right now. And one can wonder why, but nobody wants Cam. So it is what
he said. He said he had deals on the table.
Yeah. If they were on the table, Dave, why didn't he take one?
He said he wanted to be particular about it. Remember?
Okay, I would say that too. If I'm sitting,
I said, you know what I said when he said that he was going to be particular about the pick that he's going to make, that he's not going to play again.
Yeah. You did say that.
He's done. Yeah. If you're not gonna you either want to play or you don't want to play. You know what I'm saying? If you got offers on the table, you need to take one. You got vaccinated, take one.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna be particular, nobody's gonna bother with you. They will play Trevor Siemian, they will play Cooper Rush, they will play Mike White, they will play all these other guys that are definitely better than you, that aren't as good as you. So we'll see. They will play PJ Walker.
That's true. We ain't God, so we don't know. You're right. We don't know. But I don't think
I ain't God, but I know for a fact his ass ain't coming back.
I don't have to be God to know that. I hope he don't go out like that though. Real talk.
I don't want him to go out like that either. But but the 30 for 30 has to be vicious. That 30 for 30 is going to be something out of this world. What if I told you become an NFL MVP?
Facts.
And then you'll be out of the league within 5 years. ESPN presents a 30 for 30. Cam to damn. There you go, ESPN. You're welcome.
Yeah. I don't know, man, but it is what it is. We'll see what's up with Sam. We'll talk about Sam a little bit later. But yeah, so let's talk about this trade too, because there's a lot of NFL news going on. The trade deadline is tomorrow. But this trade did happen. I thought it was interesting for us to talk about this. Von Miller is now traded to the LA Rams. and the Broncos got a 2022 second round and third round pick, and they also paid $9 million of Von Miller's remaining $9.7 million dollar contract. So the Rams pretty much got him for free, and it's interesting because I believe that Von Miller is on his contract year, and so they're not paying much for him, but if they want to keep him around, they're gonna have to extend him. But it's interesting because the Rams, this is just we always talk about this. There's several ways to build teams, right? You talking about the Rams, this team does not give a shit about draft capital. Like they don't have any picks. And they build with veterans. And it works. It works for them. So I think it's just interesting to see the way that the Rams are operating. They operate off of veterans. Their coach might be young, but they have a veteran-led team. I think they probably got players older than their coach on the roster. So it's just interesting. I think it's interesting the way they operate. Their window has been open for a long time. You talk about the Super Bowl window. They keep it open, but they're not drafting dudes. They just really go out. I mean, they went out and got Joyner. They got Aaron Donald. They're getting all these cats, man. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Jalen Ramsey, I meant, not Joyner. LaMarcus Joyner.
Yeah, they got Jalen. They got Jalen Ramsey.
Not another FSU cornerback. My bad. But yeah, man. So it's crazy. It's just crazy to see how they building their team. How they building their team. So
I got a crazy stat about the Broncos involving Von Miller. There's only one remaining player left on that roster from the Super Bowl 50 roster. One player left. One player.
Who's that?
The kicker, Brandon McManus. He's the last player remaining from that Super Bowl 50 roster.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So that's wild. So Von man, the fact that you got Von Miller, Aaron Donald, and Jalen Ramsey is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's interesting, but they're in that window, and again, when you in that window, bro, and that window's been open for a little bit here, and they keep reloading with veteran talent, and dudes want to come play there, right? They want to go over there, they want to get that chip, and they're close. They're close. Defensively, on paper, they nice.
All I'm going to say is this, man. They on a window with a quarterback that's never won a playoff game, so hopefully it works out for them.
We'll see. Hey, they shooting their shot. I don't think the quarterback is their problem. We'll see. We'll see if they can get it done. It's interesting. Keep an eye on that. I just from a guy that I enjoy the team building and the roster building aspect of it. So I think it's really interesting the way they're proceeding with the build. Like they don't build through the draft. They always get these guys, these veteran guys that are on the back end of their deals. Because Von Miller is on his contract year, right? They went out there and they got him, and they only have to pay him $700,000. And then if they get close, right, Von Miller is going to re-sign with them for a team friendly deal because he thinks they're close and that they're in that window. So when you're competitive like that, you can get guys to kind of stay around. So it's dope. I love what they're doing. I love what they're doing. I don't know what their cap is. I can look it up real quick. Let me look it up real quick for y'all. I think that is interesting.
Well, the cap, they ain't gonna cost them nothing of a cap for this year for Von. Shoot, it's only gonna cost them $700,000.
Yeah, $700,000 for that. I think they got so right now their cap, they have $5 million in cap, and they have $4 million in cap next year. So they've already spent. They're right up against it. And they won't have too many guys to re-sign. I'm looking at who they have to re-sign, and they got some guys. There's really nobody up here that I'm like, oh, they got to spend a lot of money on this dude. But I don't know, man. They're right up against the cap, but they're fine. I don't see any issues with the way they're building this team, and they can free up that space. A couple restructures here, restructures there, and you can free up the space they need. So it's interesting. I think it's really interesting. So shout out to the Rams. That was a big get for them. They targeted a guy again that was at the end of his contract. older veteran player. Still got a lot in the tank, and they're going after it.
You think you're gonna get any more crazy trades between now and tomorrow?
Yeah, I think you'll see some more trades. I think you'll see some more trades for sure. We probably need to have an emergency episode created just in case. I think for us, and I don't have a slide for this. I didn't really think we were going to get into that, but I think for us, I think you might see one of our cornerbacks get moved. You already heard about AJ Bouye being on the block. We have a ton of depth at cornerback, so I can definitely see one of those cornerbacks get moved for sure. And if it was me, I put the video out, I would be calling up Andre Dillard right now. I'm hitting up the Eagles. Yo, what's good with the left tackle? We need that. They got a solid left tackle on the bench right now, playing backup, and he's a viable starter. So on a rookie deal. So that's who I am. That's who I'm calling up right now. I'm calling the Philadelphia Eagles and making something happen with Andre Dillard. But that's just me.
Not a bad thing to do, that's for sure.
And I don't know if they need cornerbacks. I know they got Slay, but I don't know who the opposite guy. I don't know. But all right, that's all I got. That's all I got for that. P&P. Make sure you follow us on all socials: Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, all that stuff. Follow us, man. Hit that follow button or subscribe button. If you want to become a Patreon member, make sure you go ahead and sign up. Patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. Shout out to all the free agents. And another shout out to Deontay. He is a free agent member. Again, $3 a month. And my man landed. He hit the jackpot. He got 2 tickets to go down to Atlanta to watch the game because I made a mistake. So shout out to Tony. Tony, I think he's in the chat. He copped us some tickets. I thought the game was in Charlotte and it was in Atlanta and it was on Halloween, so I couldn't go because I got a trick or treat and all that stuff. And so I had to give them away. And the first place I went to was Patreon. We were gonna blast it on Twitter. I was like, nah, I gotta go to my Patreon members first. So anytime I get stuff like that, I'm going to my Patreon members first, and take care of them. I may not go to the game this week. I may not go to the Patriots game, so I may have an extra ticket, and that might be the MVP giveaway, Dave, which we have to do this week sometime, by the way.
Yeah, because we're supposed to do it on Friday, right?
yeah, we were supposed to do it on Friday, but Friday wasn't a good day, or Saturday because it was homecoming. But man. So shout out to the franchise guys, man. Y'all are my guys too. They get all the fantasy content and all that stuff. Man, most of these guys on this slide have been long time listeners, and I appreciate y'all support for sure. And then the real MVP, shout out to the MVPs, man. A bunch of y'all, again, y'all get access to the monthly giveaways, one of which might be this Patriots ticket, this extra Patriots ticket that I have. But yeah, man. So shout out to all of the most valuable players. We love y'all too. Appreciate y'all support. All right. But yeah, man, make sure y'all become a Patreon member. Again, they get access to all the extra stuff that I have or may come into at some point, like a jersey, a signed jersey, something like that. I always go to them first. I might have a signed C-Mac mini helmet I might give away too. So go on the Patreon members first. But injury updates. Sam Donald, he is in the concussion protocol. We talked about that earlier. He's being evaluated today. He might clear it. He might not. Just like Terrace Marshall, he's missed a couple of games now due to a concussion. So they're different levels. They come in different severities.
Yeah, it depends on the person. It depends on how the severity of it. Yeah.
Yep. So it depends. We still have not heard what's up with Terrace Marshall. Hopefully he comes back. And then Christian McCaffrey. Matt Rule did say that Christian McCaffrey will be practicing this week. He's going to practice on Wednesday, and we're going to see what's good. We're going to see what's good with C-Mac. Is he healthy? Does he need more time? Will he get activated? I don't know.
You want my opinion on it?
What's that? Go ahead.
We won't see him this week. We won't see him on Sunday. I think we got another game without him. I don't think he's ready yet. And I don't think they're gonna bring him back until they feel confident that he's 100%. So I don't think we're gonna see him against the Patriots this week.
Yeah. We gotta see. We gotta see. All right.
Who didn't sound too confident either about him being back next week either. So.
Yep. We'll see. We'll see what's up. I don't know. Man. All right, let's get into it. Got the dub. Beat the Falcons in their own stadium. It was glorious. It was glorious. Let's take a look at these rookies. And man, it just seemed like every week we add another DNP. Every week. This week it was Davion Nixon. He went on IR, season-ending IR too. So we won't see him anymore. We've been without Deontay Brown a couple weeks now. Phil Hoskins, Christensen didn't play. So we started off with all these rookies supposed to get all this playing time, and now they kind of trickling down. But Tommy Tremble had a decent day. 4 targets, 3 receptions, 18 yards. Chuba had himself a monster day. Keith Taylor had a solid day. He had that 1 penalty. I don't think he allowed any catches in 35 defensive snaps. He had a solid day. Outside of that 1 penalty that he had, which I thought was that one was pass interference. And then Shaw Smith had a target and 1 reception for -2 yards. But I like to get some more action from these rookies, man. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Dave, any thoughts on these rookies?
Nah, man. Trimble did his thing, man. I was happy for Tommy. And Chuba did his thing too. And Keith Taylor's been balling, bro. That's why one of the cornerbacks are expendable. That's why Bouye is expendable at this point because of him. He's a big factor of why they think they can move on from Bouye.
Facts.
So
he was not. In my opinion, again, I say this every week, but Keith Taylor is far ahead where I thought he would be, dude. I thought he was gonna come along slow, but nah, this dude is playing at a high level right now as a rookie. And it's great to see. It's great to see. We got a lot of good cornerbacks, bro. A lot of good cornerbacks, and it's great. Went from like a sure weakness to like a major strength.
Yeah.
So shout out to the cornerbacks, man. Moving on. Interesting stats from the game. Red zone efficiency not so good. 33%. We got there 3 times, only scored once. I'd like to see that. This game reminded me a lot of last year's offense. And then we kind of reverted. It's like we still can't get a full game, a complete game from the offense. They've got to score when they get into the red zone. Because again, you got to help the defense out. They did a good job. We'll talk about the run game, but they did a great job on third downs. Third downs was great, 10 to 17. That's almost 60%. I love what they did there on third downs. They were able to extend the drives, keep the offense on the field, give the defense a rest. That's very important, right? We talked about it, and Matt Rule continued to, he would say throw the defense under the bus and say, hey, they got to play better. But fam, you saw what the defense was able to do when they got some damn rest. And he said it. He said it in his post-game press conference. They had a chance to rejuvenate, get their win back, and they didn't play, as you can see, skipping ahead to time of possession. If you look at the time of possession battle, we dominated that. So we were able to give the defense a rest. That's how the game plan is supposed to work. I felt like the coaches did a great job. They went in with a game plan. They stuck with it. They stuck with running the football. But my bad, I'm getting ahead of myself. Pass completions, not so much there. 13 to 25, 52%. We didn't have to throw the football that much. The run game was working so well, so they did. I'd like to see us complete some more passes. Again, not all on Sam Darnold, right? We still got the drops. I think he had one bad throw that I thought it was to Amir Abdullah. I think Amir Abdullah went on a wheel route, and he just overshot him. But he kind of put the ball right where it needed to be, but he overshot him just a little bit. That's probably the one bad throw I can go back to for Sam Darnold. Outside of that, I had zero complaint. He had a great throwing the football today or yesterday. It was great. That throw to DJ Moore was perfect. DJ got to come down with that. Tommy Tremble, another drop from Tommy Tremble. Like, I thought Sam did a great job. The penalties, man, we got shook up with penalties, dog. Some of them was BS. Some of them was legit. But man, the penalties, we definitely almost BO'd ourselves. We almost BO'd, and we supposed to DBO, and we almost BO'd. Okay, so
body odor.
Yeah, body odor for sure. So yeah, man. And then the rushing numbers, Man, that was great to see. Rushed the football 47 times, 203 yards, 5.2 yards per carry. They executed. They did a great job, man. Run defense held them under 100. Anytime you can hold a team under 100 yards total rushing, great.
That's a win.
They let a couple of big runs get off, but for the most part, it was held under wraps, and they did a good job in the run game. Talked about time possession. You talk about the pressures, right? We were able to get after the quarterback. We had 14 total pressures, and then we only gave up 7 pressures. Again, when you're able to dominate in the run game, it frees up, it opens up the pass. And when we drop back to throw the football, Sam actually has some time. He has some decent amount of time back there, and it all works together, man. It was a well thought out, well game planned game by Joe Brady and Matt Rule, and they executed. The players executed. They did a good job. So I can't. I come up here, I tear them down every week. By some of this stuff, but they did a good job, bro. They did a good job this week. Can't even hate. And we actually scored. We scored 3 points in the third quarter. That's a plus.
That's enough to give them a plus because they scored a point. That's what we're doing now.
Yeah, man. They scored 3 of them.
You should have did it. You should have did it sideways.
Yeah, I could have did it sideways. You're right.
Because it's like, all right, you scored, and that probably was one of those red zone moments where we just couldn't punch it in, if I remember correctly.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. But if it was a red zone, that makes it, definitely sideways. Like, it's great that he scored, but we out here giving them points for it.
Yeah, it's better than 0 points, Dave. That's all I could say.
I guess.
Right. So yeah. Again, every time we do these interesting stats, they matter, right? It's the games within the game. We talk about them every week, and you can see a lot of green up here. And when you see a lot of green up here, typically we're gonna win the game. When you see a lot of bad, you see a lot of red up here, we're not gonna win the game. And it worked out. So it's almost foolproof. It's almost 100%. This is why we track these every week. It's because it's important. All right, let's go. Let's go into some team rankings. It's been a couple weeks since I've done this. I know it's a lot of colors up here, but I want to point out a couple of things. 4th down conversions is interesting. Like when we do go for it on 4th down, we're converting on 63%. That's pretty darn good. It's not happening very often, but when they do go for it, they tend to convert more often than not. A couple of red flags, though. When you talk about the sacks, the interceptions thrown, that's red flaggage for me. We rank 25th in both of those. And the completion percentage, right? 58%. We rank dead last in completion percentage. And so here's my, and again, that's not all on Sam, right? We lead the league in drop passes too. I think 23 total drop passes. Lead the league by far. It's by a lot too. It ain't a little bit. It's by at least 6 or 7 drops that we lead the league in drops. It's a lot. So it's not all on Sam. We're not blaming Sam for all the drops and the lack of completion percentage because it's not all on him. But the one thing that makes me nervous when I look at this, right? When I started looking at these numbers, if you look at what's highlighted in yellow, right? So we are passing the football on 57% of our total offense. So our total offense is 57% passes. But when you're only averaging 214 passing yards per game, which ranks 28th, that's not good. That you can't be almost 60% of pass players on your offense, but not moving the ball like that. It's those stats correlate, right? We can run the football, right? We're running the football a lot. We averaging 114 yards per game. That's about average. I'd like to see us up that, right? And we did that on Sunday. We ran the football a lot more. And if we're able to do that, reduce these pass plays, we'll become a little bit more efficient on the offensive side of the ball. But all those passes, bro, like you can't run 60% of your offense via the pass and then rank 28th in passing yards. Like that shit, it can't happen like that. It can't happen like that. So I thought that was interesting when I looked at that. I don't know if that makes sense to everybody, but hey, it is what it is. Anything else on this day?
Yo, man, the fact that we're like 32nd in completion percentages is telling.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough.
And and like, I mean, it's not all on Sam because we do lead the league in drops too. But damn it, man, it's still bad. It's not okay. Even if they didn't have all them drops, though, it was probably still near the bottom. Truth be told, but
yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, we'll still be near the bottom. You're absolutely right. It's
might not be 32nd. We might be 29.
Yeah, we might be like 28. It might be 28 or something like that. But you're right. You're right. That's a fact. Can't hate there. All right, let's go to the defense. Still a lot of green here. A lot of green. We're pulling back on a couple of areas, but that's expected, right? You're not gonna be perfect every game out, but they're still leading the league or top 10 in a lot of areas, bro. A lot of areas. So it's a lot of green up here. A couple of ones that are impressive. Opposing passing yards per game, second in the league. We're only allowing 188 passing yards, bro. And you look what happened yesterday, fam. That was on display. It was on display yesterday. Mm-hmm. I mean, Dante Jackson had a beautiful pass breakup. We had a couple of picks. Like, it's not a game. It's not a game, bro. And I cannot wait. I know I be fast forwarding too much sometimes, but I cannot wait when JC Horn comes back, bro. Like, not this year. I'm talking about next year. I'm not trying to rush him back this year. But when we're able to get our secondary complete, fam, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, bro. What else? Sack percentage. So we're getting a sack on 7% of the snaps. That's crazy. I mean, we're good, bro. Like, everything is good. I think opposing third down conversion percentage is great because we sucked on that last year. If y'all remember, last year we could not get off the field. We could not get off the field on third down. This year, they are dominating. And remember on the preview, Matt Ryan and company, I think, ranked 6th in the league in converting third downs. And we prevented them from, I think they converted like 30% of their third down attempts. So we're doing a great job, bro. That defense is not a game, bro. It's not a game. They're doing a good job, man. Good job. So anything else here, Dave?
No, this is great. We out here balling. We're balling in defense. And Shaq Thompson was a welcome addition. Stefan Gilmore was a welcome addition on Sunday. But overall, even with the tough games that we've had, we're still ranked damn near in top 10, top 5, top 3 in a lot of areas. Like, so even with some of the rough games that we've had, that defense has had, for one reason or another, we're still ranked like near the top of the heap. And a defense like this is how you can get us into the playoffs with Sam Darnold.
Yep. We'll talk about the formula a little bit later, but yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. Dave, hit us with some underdog.
Look, man, it's Monday night. The Chiefs and the Giants are playing. Hopefully you had a chance to get your pick'ems in. But, Underdog Fantasy does a lot of sports other than NFL. They also do the NBA. They do NHL. They're doing things for the World Series right now, even though hopefully, the Braves is holding out for you guys. I know there's a lot of Brave fans in the building, but overall, man, Underdog Fantasy is a good place. There ain't too many places where you don't have to compete to get 20 times your money. So use the code PNP. And right now, they got a special deal for you guys. They'll do a deposit match up to $100. So if you put in $100 on your first deposit, you will get an additional $100. And if you can't afford 100, you can only do 25. You'll get 25. But they'll do a deposit match up to $100. Straight 100% match. So use the code PNP when you sign up. Underdog Fantasy is awesome, guys.
Yep. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy, man. Great app. They're gonna blow too. All right. Moving on. Stock up, stock down. Let's get it. I don't got too many downs. I got one. That's it. Everything else is up. It's up and it's stuck, Dave. Up and it's stuck.
What the down is? Oh, Stefan, man. This dude.
Stefan Gilmore had a great, bro. Gilly locked. Here, man. My man Gilly locked Kyle Pitts. I think I tweeted a stat earlier today. And let me see if I can pull it up. My man Stefan Gilmore locked up Kyle Pitts. Okay, he locked Kyle Pitts up. He only played 17 snaps. Put this in perspective, Dave. He only played 17 snaps, which is 32% of the snaps. He was targeted 4 times while he was out there. 3 of those targets were against Pitts. He only allowed 2 total receptions. One of those, he only allowed 1 reception for Kyle Pitts. The other one was Tajay Sharp, and I think it was like 17 yards. And Kyle Pitts had 1 catch for 2 yards. He had the same amount of catches than Kyle Pitts did. Because he got the game clinching interception. So, I mean, this again, the first game, bro. He hasn't played football in a full year and a half, something like that. And this dude came out there, and I mean, that interception was so pretty, bro. Like the way he undercut that route because he knew he had help over top. It was beautiful. Like he literally ran the route for Pitts. If you watch it from the aerial view, the all 22 view, he literally ran the route for Pitts. It was beautiful, dog. It was beautiful. So I love Stefan Gilmore. We gotta find a way to keep him, bro. We gotta find a way to keep him.
Don't worry, we'll be able to keep him.
Oh, I'm sure. I know we can do it. I'm just saying. I hope we.
I think that hometown discount is going to be correct. I'm thinking, so I think we're going to be able to keep him.
Yep.
It was all.
It all worked together. You guys go ahead.
I didn't think he was going to play this well coming back because it's been over a year and a half. But this is great to see.
Yeah, he balled, bro. He balled out. All right, so let's move on. Dave.
This is you misspelled his name too. He's gonna come at your ass.
I did. Right. I don't know how I misspelled that, but Robbie Anderson. Y'all know.
No, I know how. It was a little typo. You hit the letters right next to the ones that you needed to hit.
I did. I was rushing. Let me fix it because it's gonna bother me. Let me fix it. I'll fix it for y'all. Here we go. But Robbie Anderson, dog. What you think, Dave? What you think, man?
He took a hell of a hit. He got killed. No catches, no yards.
No yards. None. I think he had what? He had the catch where he got blown. He got his snot box rocked.
Mm-hmm.
He got his muffin cap peeled back.
Mm-hmm. That was Sam's fault, by the way, just to be clear. Sam ain't supposed to be doing that to these receivers, bro. Sam got that man killed. But yo, man, I can't. I'm done talking about Robbie's contract. I already saw it was brought up during the town hall last night. I'm done talking about Robbie's contract, bro.
Bro, we said it was a bad deal. We said it was a bad deal when it happened, and y'all killed us for it.
And he can't be traded. And that's the thing. Like, you guys think, if somebody plays bad, we can trade him. It doesn't work that way. Like, it doesn't work that way.
Some of y'all trades be like off the wall, bro. You can't
Robbie sucks. Robbie sucks. We should trade him. And I'm like, who's going to trade him with that contract if he sucks? He isn't playing well. And I'm hoping that he turns it around. But you got to wonder, man. Him and Sam might not be as tight as we thought they were. At least the coaching staff.
Oh, no. I said it. I
know it. Look, man. That man's only had one 1,000-yard season, and isn't a quarterback that currently is starting for us. That got it for him. So this sucks. I will say, I was never a fan of the deal, and ever since he signed that deal, he hasn't been playing that well. So it hasn't been good. Droppable in all formats of fantasy.
Yeah,
unless you need a wide receiver 5.
And it's crazy because we have the weapons. We can't really execute. We know Robbie Anderson is a deep threat. But we can't use him in that capacity, fam.
But the irony is, last year they didn't use him as a deep threat like that. They had him running route tree shit. He was in the slot. Yeah, like,
and they asked him that when at the beginning of the season, where do you like playing? And he mentioned he likes the slot because he can get those quick passes and use his legs to get some yak. But we just not seeing. We're not seeing it. Like, he is like almost ignored. Like he's not getting. Well, I can't say he's not getting many targets because he is, and some of those he's dropped. Like we gotta keep that a buck too. But in this game, and he had no. I think he had that one target, and everything else was it. Like he wasn't. He was like quiet as hell. So I don't know, man. I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. But that's Robbie Anderson for you, bro. And I like the guy, man. I think if we had an offensive line and we had the appropriate scheming and all that stuff and everything was great, we had a quarterback that could get him the football, he would be great as long as he can catch the football. But we're not using him in that manner. Like, so it's just kind of he's like wasted talent right now. But it is what it is. It is what it is. He got paid. He's not going anywhere. And he'll get it. It's gonna get right. He'll get it right before the end of the season. It's gonna get right. I have no concerns about Robbie's talent at all. No concerns. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. All right, moving on. Shaq. Hey man, listen. Every time we talk about Shaq, I gotta apologize, bro. Cause boy, did I was talking cash shit about Shaq Thompson. And this man is
that much, man. You ain't gotta apologize that much, man. Because he changed his number, man. He's a different man with that number on his chest.
That dude was straight up balling. And it's what's crazy, Dave, is he only played 66% of snaps. Like he wasn't even out. It felt like he was out there every down, but he wasn't. He was only out there 66% of the snaps, but then ended up leading the team in tackles. He had 10 tackles, a tackle for loss, a pass deflection, and an interception. Like this dude was all over the field, bro. Shaq was, he's the man. Like he is literally playing at his contract level. And I have been well on the record saying I did not like that extension. I didn't like the restructure. I didn't like anything about it. But he is outplaying his contract right now. As much as shit as I talked about the contract, he's outplaying it. He's outplaying it. So,
well, in your defense, Rashad, he wasn't playing to that contract last year.
No, he wasn't.
So I mean, we can roll with it as all right. He's outplaying it now, but kind of making up for lost time. But I'm happy that he's balling, yo.
Yep, and this is true too. There was a game within the game, right? Because my boy Mike Davis, he straight up trucked Shaq. Shaq still got the tackle. He did bring him down, but boy did he get trucked. But then towards the end of the game, I think Shaq got him back twice. Shaq got him twice. One of them was a big hit. So, but yeah, man, like it's all good. It's all good, man. This dude is balling right now, and I'm telling y'all, this defense is different when he's out there. It makes us that much better. Like we're way better with him out there than with him not out there, and that's saying a lot. Considering the guys that we have on our defense, he makes us better, bro. And he showed it yesterday. He balled out. Again, let me repeat what I said. 66% of snaps, but led the team in tackles. 66% of defensive snaps, but led the team in tackles. Jermaine Carter played 92%. Jeremy Chin played 100%. Dante Jackson played 92%. Hassan Reddick, 92%. Brian Burns, 91%. Sean Chandler, 89%. Keith Taylor, 66%. Derek Brown, 66%. And Shaq Thompson, 66%. And Shaq Thompson led all defensive players in tackles. It's crazy.
Balling.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But all right. Anything else for Shaq Day?
Shaq ball, man. That's all I could say. We're gonna see him up here a lot.
For sure. I think that's like his second or some appearance. Now, let's talk about Sam Darnold. I gave him stock up. A lot of y'all might think, all right, well, he managed the game. He didn't F up. But that's what we needed him not to do. He didn't F up, so he gets to stock up.
That's a fact.
And let me give him a credit. Let me give him some credit for using his legs. Right, he ran the football on Sunday, which was awesome. Like, fam, he's had room to run the football, and he's like either looked it off or tried to throw the football. Like, fam, use your legs. Now he got destroyed and got a concussion while using his legs. That's part of the game. Like, the game is the game, right? He put his life on the line, very similar to what Teddy did last year in the Chiefs game. They went out, they put their life. He literally risked his life and put the team on his back to get them yards. He did it, and I give him credit for it. I give him credit, man. His throws were good. Again, there's only one bad throw that I saw, and that was that not Royce Freeman, but the pass to Amir Abdullah. He slightly overshot him. Outside of that, Sam was fine. He was dumping the football off. He did a good job. Not a franchise. This is, and he's not. The confidence meter isn't coming back. I know a lot of y'all asked about it yesterday. The confidence meter is not coming back. We know Sam is not a franchise guy. Dave, what'd you say earlier before we got on?
This is what I expect him to do every week. He's not a guy that's going to win you games. He's a guy that can manage the game for you. That's all he is. And that's all I want him to be, because that's all he needs to be with the defense. I need a guy that can sustain drives, reduce the amount of 3 and outs, occasionally score a touchdown, put some points on the board. That's all I need him to do. I need this guy to be more Trent Dilfer than Patrick Mahomes. And that's what Joe Brady and Sam and Matt Rule wants too. They want a Trent Dilfer. They don't want a Mahomes.
Yeah, and
I know you guys want a Mahomes, but that ain't what they want.
And we talked about the dog, the dog in Sam. I think he displayed that yesterday. That was dog.
He showed more dog in this game than I've seen him do.
Yeah, it wasn't rah-rah. It wasn't rah-rah, but fam, him putting his life on the line like he did, fam, that you get mad credit for me for that, bro. Like, he put it out there. Anything it takes to win the game. And that's just that's the way he displays his dog. Pause. Huge pause. Major pause on that. All right. So chill.
Mm-hmm. Y'all here displaying dogs, bro. Pause.
Chill, yo. But that's Sam. That's what we have in Sam, right? This is what we got. Sam is not a franchise quarterback. He's not. But if he can do what he did yesterday, and I felt like the offensive line, because we were able to run the football and mix it up and use that play action, it worked. The game plan worked. The game plan definitely worked. Now, let me say this, because y'all watch Fat Joe's joint, right? Y'all know Fat Joe's saying, right? Yesterday's price is not today's price. Y'all know that, right? Fam, yesterday's game plan cannot be today's game plan. You're not going to be able to run it 47 times every game. It ain't going to work like that. So, sometimes Sam is going to have to man up. That offensive line is going to have to man up, because yesterday's game plan ain't going to work. I guarantee you we're not going to run the football 47 times against the Patriots. Believe that.
Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you what the Patriots game plan is going to be. You ready? You know the preview is probably going to be later this week, but I'll go ahead and give you the game plan right now. They're going to put 8 and 9 in the box to force Sam to throw the football, or PJ, whoever that person's going to be. They're going to put 8 or 9 in the box to force PJ or Sam to throw the football and beat them that way.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
It's simple.
And they're going to do it better than we've ever seen.
Yeah,
because it's Bill Belichick.
It is Bill. Oh, the genius, right? So it's simple. It's simple to beat the Panthers. You make Sam Darnold throw the ball 35 times, we're losing the game. I'm sorry. If Sam Darnold throws the football 35 to 40 times, we're losing.
Unless we're playing the Texans, Jets, or Saints. But it's true.
We'll see. But shout out keeping it isolated in this game. He did what he needed to do, bro. He did not. There was no bad throws. There was no throws into 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 just enemy territory or throwing it at nobody. There was no he threw the football away when he needed to. He didn't put the football in harm's way. This was a great game from Sam Darnold. For Sam, it was a great game. And listen, he only threw for 129 yards. But who cares? Who gives a shit?
We won.
I don't care.
That's all that matters.
He rushed for 66, and he threw it when he needed to throw it. And had he had a couple of those balls caught, he might would have had 200 yards passing. But he did what he needed to do. So I love it. He never put the ball in harm's way yesterday. So and AJ Terrell is nice too. And he was quiet. He had that one hit, I believe, on Shot Smith, which caused a negative 2-yard play. But outside of that, yep, Sam, he looked in control and he was in rhythm. They talked about rhythm all week. He looked good, man. He was decisive. He got rid of the football. He wasn't holding on to the football all day like he usually. So he did a good job, man. So I got to give Sam his credit. Listen, I'm not going to be that dude, man. I'm not going to be that dude to tear a dude down and then not give him his props. I will be the first person to come up here and say I was wrong. I have no problem saying I'm wrong. You can't be in this business. I'm not going to say it's business, but you can't be up here displaying your opinion publicly every week, week in and week out, and not call yourself out when you're wrong. We be wrong sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm called. Listen, he did a good job today. I'm giving him his credit, but I still do not think he is a franchise level quarterback. He's going to be here next year.
Rashad, he ain't meant to be one.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just putting my opinion out there. He's not a franchise quarterback. He's going to be here next year. He's going to manage the game, but he's not going to take nothing over. And again, yesterday's game plan is not today's game plan. And I think Matt Rule said it too in the press conference. He said, "Yo, we ain't gonna be able to do this every game. We were able to do it. The game plan worked. But when you get punched in the mouth and your game plan doesn't work, that's when I have some concerns." So, but anyway, moving on.
Who's next?
I gotta get a kicker some love. I gotta get a kicker some love because y'all wanted to listen to the press conference yesterday for Zane Gonzalez, and I don't know why I don't know why we wanted to listen to him talk about the placeholder, him holding the ball the proper angle, and I don't know what, but I give him some props. He made all his field goals. We don't have a slide situation here.
2 50-yarders.
Yep.
2 50-yarders.
Y'all said Lil Zane. What y'all know about Lil Zane? Fam, y'all old enough for Lil Zane?
They're gonna start calling him Lil Zane.
Shout out to Zane Gonzalez, man. He had a well kicked game. He didn't mess it up. So shout out to him. All right, that's all I got for Zane, bro. That's all he getting.
Yeah.
Offensive line, Dave. Offensive line got to get some props. Offensive line has to get some props. Trent Scott moved inside and started at right guard, and did a great job. He did a great job, man. All these cats, that whole right side was doing some heavy lifting over there. They were doing some heavy lifting earlier. Okay. Taylor Moton, great job. Trent Scott, great job. Paradis, great job. On the left side, they held it down. It wasn't great. They did just enough. All right. But shout out to them. 7 hurries. Again, I say it all the time. Anytime you're under 10 hurries, you're going to have a good day. Your quarterback is going to be able to do some things. You get over into that 15 to 20 hurries, you got some problems. So they did a good job yesterday, excuse me. They did a good job, man. Good job. But see, you're right. No, this is accurate. This is accurate. Now, I'm not, but we got to take these W's where we can get them. And first of all, and this is pass blocking grade. Go ahead, Dave.
Bro, but the thing you got to fail to realize is that the week before that, we were terrible. The line wasn't good at all. Or was it Sam that was bad last week? They weren't this good. This is the highest ratings I've seen for pass blocking all season.
And that's what I want to say too. This is pass blocking. This is not the overall grade. So remember how the run game worked. When the run game works, sets up the pass, you get the defense off balance, and it helped. So when you're able to run the football well, everything else falls into place. And that's what we did. And I agree that the Falcons defense is not good. But the Giants defense wasn't either. Hello. And last week they didn't look like this against a worse or equally bad Giants team. So, I mean, you're right, but at the same time, we've shown propensity not to execute against bad defenses. So we did this time. So it is what it is. All right. Moving on. Amir Abdullah. Amir Abdullah. I gave him stock up, Dave. And I felt like this dude was what this, I tweeted this earlier today. This dude was what this offense was missing. He is exactly what this offense was. He is the closest thing to Christian McCaffrey as I've seen. Like, playing for us. I'm not saying in the entire league. I'm saying playing for us, that was the closest Christian McCaffrey utilization I've seen. The wheel route out of the backfield where Sam just missed him, that was great. The screenplays, a couple of screenplays went to Amir Abdullah. That Texas route he did, I'm telling you, the usage, they felt comfortable using him like Christian McCaffrey. So when Sam was able to catch him on the first read, it was almost perfect. Again, that wheel route out of the backfield, if he laid it out there and it's just a little bit more accurate, that would have been a great throw. That would have been a perfect, and that's Christian McCaffrey right there. How many times have we seen Christian McCaffrey come out the backfield on that wheel route? How many times we seen Christian McCaffrey beat somebody on that Texas route? So this is the first time I've seen it. And not only that, Dave, he did an excellent job on the ground. On the ground, Dave, he had 8 rushes for 31 yards, averaging almost 4 yards a carry. So he is that legit dual threat, bro. He was legit dual threat. I love Amir Abdullah, and I wish we would have got him a couple of weeks earlier, but as soon as C-Mac went down, because I felt like he would have been able to provide that missing C-Mac production, that the receiving out of the backfield. Chuba ain't doing that. So shout out to Amir Abdullah, bro. Like, he is the closest I've seen us use somebody like Christian McCaffrey. He's the closest. Today, what's your thoughts on Amir, man?
The funny thing is, I don't know if he would have gotten more love if Chuba didn't fumble on that first play. I think Chuba fumbling on the first play opened it up to give him more opportunity. I could be wrong.
No, man. Chuba had a lot of touches. I mean, Amir had a lot of touches, bro. He had 8. He had 11 total touches.
No, but that's my point. My point is that with Chuba fumbling in the first play, it gave Amir more opportunity. Now, I don't know if he would have necessarily gotten if that did not happen, and we got to see how well he played. But I think the fumble force. I think they were planning on splitting it, but I think they wanted to lean on it more after that turnover, and it was great to see Amir play.
I don't know, because Chuba still touched the ball 24 times, fam.
He did.
Like,
I know.
We acting like he got a large, like, Chuba still had a lot. He had 25 total touches, bro.
Yeah.
Amir had 11, and then Royce Freeman had 6.
So he already passed Royce.
Yeah.
So he passed Royce already.
I think that's because they were using. I think they finally, like, the light bulb went off and said, "Yo, we gotta use somebody like we were using Christian." Sam Darnold needs a receiving threat out the backfield to be successful, and I felt like once they did that, the light bulb went off, I felt like they putting him back there helped everybody. It helped Sam, it helped Joe Brady, it helped the offense as a whole. So I felt like that was a part of the plan, was to get Amir Abdullah going. And again, we got to remember, he just got here like last week. So they didn't have time to put the full game plan in until like this week. So I think that's why you saw more from him. So, I keep seeing y'all say you got to put him in the slot, put CMC in the slot. We're gonna talk about hold this thought. We're gonna talk about. We've been talking about that for years. How many times have we said put this dude in the slot? Like we've been saying that forever. It's not. It hasn't happened.
Yeah, we've been saying that
but
for a long time.
Here we go. So sack counter. My man Hassan got another sack in this game. Brian Burns added a half sack. And so he's starting to still pulling away just a little bit.
You know who leads the NFC in sacks?
Hassan Reddick. Yep.
Not bad company to be in. We're gonna have to pay that man.
Pay that man. Whatever it takes. It's a lot of dues to pay. Some say we should extend Sam Darnold for the cap. give me a thumbs up if you give me a thumbs up in the chat or a yes in the chat if you saying we should extend Sam Darnold for the cap space.
It's a pointless exercise, you know that, right?
I'm just I want to end with the people. Maybe more people feel that way. Give me a yes. Give me extend Sam in the chat.
Why would Sam agree to that without taking? Why would Sam agree to that without not getting more money? Like if somebody went up to Sam like, yo, man, we want you to switch your years up, but we're not going to pay you more. Sam probably be like, no. How about you give me more money? And then it ends up being like $10 million a year instead of $6 million.
Yeah, you're bugging.
My God.
You can get
There's
cap
a couple
space.
Yeses in there.
There's a couple yeses in there. I would expect a couple. You shouldn't get a clean sweep, but I'll say this. We can find some cap space. I was playing with the calculators today. I got us up to about 60 million without even touching Sam's contract. So I'm not touching that. I'm not putting more money into Sam Darnold. You extended the 5th-year option. Go ahead and eat it and call it a day. There's no need to restructure or extend Sam Darnold. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make, especially now. I'll say this: it does make sense to do it if you think he's going to be around. Like if you want to keep him around as a long-term backup, sure. But if I'm going to draft a quarterback, I'm just gonna, and I think the long-term quarterback is gonna be PJ. Like I think he's gonna be the long-term guy no matter what. I don't think you put more money into Sam Darnold than you need to. Again, you can't, and it's not just a matter of moving that 18 million and dividing that up 3 ways, because that's the thing, right? You would take that 18 million and you extend them and you move that money, but you have to add new money, and there's going to be some guaranteed money that you're going to add to that. So I said it on the town hall last night. It makes no sense to touch Sam Darnold's contract unless you're going to have him around as a long-term part of the team. And I just don't know. It's too early to make that determination right now. But all right. Let's see. Moving on. Nope. So let's talk about real quick. We got to talk about the running back stable, because potentially Dave said he doesn't think it's going to happen, but potentially Christian McCaffrey comes back. Do you think we carrying 4 running backs, Dave?
Oh God!
You think somebody's got to go, right?
Yeah, they got to cut somebody. And right now, if I had to pick, I think Royce would be the one to go.
Right. Same.
Yeah, they're not keeping all 4 of them.
If it was me, Royce would have to go. But let me pose this question to you, Dave. Let me pose this question to you. Do you not like those 3 running backs? Did you not like what you saw on Sunday? Hubbard,
Amir, I loved it.
And Royce?
From a team standpoint, I loved it. From a fantasy standpoint, I would hate it. But from a team standpoint, I loved it because they're winning games. And it keeps the running backs fresh. Now, I loved it. But we know how this is going to go down when McCaffrey comes back. Which kind of sucks for Abdullah and Chuba. But once McCaffrey comes back, he's going to have the bulk of the work.
Yeah, which is, man, so frustrating, bro. You got like this is one of the better running back stables. Like if you really look at it and the potential of this stable, bro. Like, and if and we keep talking, somebody said it earlier, putting C-Mac in the slot and moving him around, bro. We've been calling for that for years, bro, and it hasn't happened. Like it's not going to happen. They're gonna keep him in the backfield, and they're gonna use him very similar to the way that Amir Abdullah was being used. Right? We've seen this. Like we know what C-Mac brings to the game, and we know he's gonna get a lot of the touches. To me, you just got to spread the football out. I love the way they spread it out today or yesterday. Excuse me. I mean Chuba 24 touches, 25 touches. Amir 11 touches. Royce, but again, you're not gonna run the football 47 times every game. So what you gonna do? Yeah, so what you gonna do when the game plan doesn't lend? Again, yesterday's game plan is not today's game plan. You're gonna have to switch it up. And what happens when you can't operate in that manner? That's when C-Mac gets all the touches again.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it's a no-brainer. Once C-Mac is ready to rock, he's gonna get all the work again. And that's the way they want to do it, even though I think that's a mistake. They should probably try to split it up. It legit could be a situation where McCaffrey refuses to come off the field. I can't wait to see the aftermath of all this when folks start like saying what really was going down with regards to the work that McCaffrey got, because it's just fascinating to me. You could do this too.
Yeah, this is a valid suggestion. I saw a couple people say this. You got to get rid of Erickson. He's providing nothing of value, to be honest with you. And I think that this is a valid way to keep four running backs. Put Amir Abdullah back there at kick return and allow him to do punt returns. I think that's a great solution to keep everybody. So, yeah, they say this. They say it. That's one thing saying it, but when shit hits the fan,
you can say
doing
it
is a whole other thing. Doing is a whole other thing.
They've been saying it. They've been saying it since they've gotten here, and they've been loading him up. He's still averaging 30 touches. Talk is cheap, yo.
Facts. They said this 1,000 times. Oh, we're not going to use him as much. Nah. When it hits the fan, he's not coming off the field. He's gonna be out there. He's gonna dominate the touches because again, Sam loves to check down, right? He's gonna play it safe. So sure we did. We had Mike Davis last year. Sure we did.
Davis got paid. Mike Davis got paid because of us.
Sure we had the talent, bro. Oh, welcome to the stream, Atlanta Falcons. We missed you. You've been awfully quiet. I don't know where you've been. I don't know if you got lost. I don't know if you got lost on the way here. Because you always be here. You be the first one chatting. You was missing earlier.
He was out rise up, man. He worried about the Braves blowing a 3-1 lead right now.
All right. So next up, we got the game preview. I'm working on getting Patriots Global. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get Patriots Global to come on with us. So if not, we'll find somebody else. We'll try to find somebody else. If not, we'll just preview it by ourselves. But you know, this is another game, another winnable. I think it's winnable. Patriots are 4-4. We're 4-4.
Yeah, but they're 4-4.
I think it's winnable.
Different than ours. No, I'm not saying it's not winnable. It all depends on who's the starting quarterback. I have more faith that Sam Darnold will play within the system than PJ Walker will. And that's what I'm afraid of, right? So,
yeah.
We need Sam healthy.
It doesn't, but yesterday, the game plan you saw
yesterday. Sam's familiar with Bill Belichick.
That's true too.
So, like, I need
no,
Sam.
No. But Bill Belichick is familiar with Sam too. So that, I mean, which
he ain't seen Carolina Sam.
Oh, he's seen Sam though. Sam. He's seen Sam. It's kind of the same dude, to be honest with you.
I meant to check to see what his record was against the Patriots. Let me go check.
Probably what, 0-6, 3 years, right?
You're assuming that he was there for all 6 games.
True. I know he saw Ghost during one of them. I was in Vegas when that game happened. I remember it vividly.
Let's see here.
But all right. While you look that up, Dave, here is the standings. We are ahead of the Falcons. We are not bottom dwellers, like the Falcons are right now. They are at the bottom of the division. We are 4-4.
Shit. I just got the answer.
What is it? 0-6?
0-3.
Yeah. So he's about to miss another game, another Patriots game, because he's already missed 3, right? They play twice a year. Should have been available 6 of those, 6 games. Yeah. So he's about to miss another one conveniently, right?
Yeah. He's 2-3 against Buffalo for future reference. So, but yeah.
Well, hold that thought. Hold that thought. But here's the current NFC South standings. We're right there, bro. We are right there in the mix.
No. We're in a better mix than that. You know what this 4-4 means, bro?
Oh, this mix.
That mix. We're better. The only thing I'm worried about though is the fact that we're 2-4 in the damn conference. We got to start winning some fucking conference games. But other than that, we're sitting in a good spot. So like we just got to win, because the problem is the Vikings losing to Dallas last night put us ahead of them. But if they ever tie with us, we're gonna lose a tiebreaker because we lost the head-to-head. This is where when those games that we're supposed to win factors in. Like
all those NFC losses we just had, the Vikings, Dallas, Giants, Eagles, all those losses hurt, bro. They hurt. Those are all NFC games. They hurt.
Like, well, the thing is, the Dallas loss doesn't hurt. The Dallas one doesn't hurt. The Dallas one doesn't hurt as much because you know they're going to win a division.
Correct.
But all the teams that ain't going to win a division, those losses hurt. Like Minnesota's not winning the division. You know what I'm saying? So the Minnesota loss hurts because they're fighting for the same spot as us, a wild card spot. So like they're a game out right now, but if they get the same record as us, we're out because of the tiebreakers. We lost to them. So games like that hurts. That's why it goes back to what I was saying on the town hall and what I've been saying previously. We have to win the games that we're supposed to win. Like we have to win those games.
So hold that thought, Dave. Great segue. I got the next 4 games. We got to bye. We got to bye in week 13.
Week 12.
Yep, we got to bye in week 13. This is a stretch of games, 4 games. What? Okay, give me your prediction. Everybody, give me your prediction in the chat of what you think these next 4 records. What's the record gonna be? Whether it's 2-2, 3-1, 4-0 in these next 4 games. This is critical right here. And again, I've been up here. We've been up here saying there ain't too many winnable games left on the schedule. But with that game yesterday, Dave, does that give you a little bit more confidence? For me, it's not for me. I'm chilling. Positive shot is still on IR, so I'm chilling until I see more. So, Dave, you go ahead and give your thoughts on these games.
If Sam plays, we can beat New England.
You think Sam is the difference with us beat New England?
PJ can't beat him. I can tell you that right now. PJ can't beat him. PJ cannot beat him. PJ can't beat him. PJ makes too many mistakes in the red zone. PJ can't beat him. I'm sorry. Like, I know there's some PJ truthers in the streets. PJ can't beat him. I'll take my chances with Sam. Sam is going to struggle to do it too. I mean, he's 0-3. The ghost game happened with the Patriots, if I remember correctly. So, you know, he's 0-3 against these guys. But
hey, if we can, all right, positive shot will come back. If positive shot might come back a week early if we can beat the Patriots. If we can beat the Patriots, positive shot might come back. But then he still might be rehabbing because of that Arizona game. But I don't expect to win that game. I think that's going to be an L anyway. So I wouldn't be mad either way. But if we can go 3-1 in this stretch, if we can go 3-1 in this stretch, positive shot will return.
The only way 3-1
Positive
happens
shot
is that
will
we got to
return.
beat. The only way 3-1 happens, we got to beat New England next week because I don't see.
We got to beat New England. Yeah, we got to beat New England. I don't see us beating Arizona. They're too good on both sides of the ball. I don't see us winning that game. Yeah, on the road. I can't see that. But Patriots at home, football team at home, and I think the Dolphins, they're all winnable games. All winnable games. All winnable. Yeah. So give me 3-1. Realistically, 3-1. I think we could do it. We could do it. But again, I'm not declaring victory on any of these. Winnable is one thing, but when you start talking about X's and O's and what this team capable of putting multiple winning games together, especially without C-Mac, whenever C-Mac does return. I don't know when C-Mac's coming back. Is he going to stay healthy? All that factors in. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I got to see more. I got to see. Y'all miss positive shot. Hell, I miss him too. 3-1 though. Yeah, I'm not putting myself out there, bro. I be trying, man, but they be pissing me off.
The Patriots game is gonna make a break. It's funny because I was last week when I was talking to Tony during the Spaces, Twitter Spaces, and he was like, "We got to win 2 out of." This is before the Giants game. He said we got to win 2 out of the 3 next games to have a playoff push. So we lost to the Giants. We beat Atlanta, so that means we need to beat New England if we're thinking about still trying to get into the playoffs. Now that being said,
I'm not.
That being said, if we go 2-2. The 2 wins we need is Arizona and Washington. If you want to keep it a buck, beating New England and beating Miami doesn't help the conference standings for us, really.
From the standpoint of getting confidence. W's help though. They help.
But my point is that if we win 2, because some people are in there saying 2-2. If we win 2, the 2 that we need to win is Arizona and Washington. Those are the 2.
Win all of those. We need to win all the games. But again, I think at the end of the day, listen, what I don't want to do is get ahead of Panther Nation. Nobody needs to get ahead of themselves after beating the Falcons. Okay, the Falcons are not that great of a team, and neither are we. We're not. I'm not declaring victory yet. I'm not about to get up here and say we're gonna make the playoffs. This is why I only have 4 games up here because there's no point in looking. We can't look ahead, right? It is one game. It's very cliche. One game at a time. Let's see what happens. Are these games winnable? I don't think there's the only game I'm like, nah, we ain't got no chance in is that Arizona game. But can we win it? Sure. But that one, I'm like, I don't know. Bill Belichick, great coach.
We got to see what happens next week. I mean, right?
Sure.
With Arizona.
Sure. Absolutely. So we'll see, man. Again, just get me close to 500 as possible. That's all I want. Man. Give me as close to 500 as possible. Let's get some progress going, and then we'll go from there. But I brought up the playoff thing because that's funny. Like, yeah, but it's only week 9. It's early, and it's cool. I'm not falling. We were 3-0. I'm not going back down that, declaring victory on everything. So we're just gonna take it the way it is, week by week, and we'll see how it goes. All right, Dave, you want to open up the phone lines?
Yeah, I'm only up to taking maybe a call or 2 though.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Don't call in yet. Had it up. Not sure what happened. Give me 1 second. All right. It's open. The phone lines are open. Let me reshare my screen because I need to get the audio here. Phone lines are open. I see the call. Give me 1 second.
Call from
Noli.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Noli, what's good, man?
Not much. How y'all doing?
Chilling.
Boss.
Can everybody hear? Yeah,
I can hear.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, just briefly, just want to say about the game. I think it just reassures even more. Like Dave had said that Brady wasn't a temper higher. I don't feel like I saw Joe Brady's offense. Now, whether that's good or bad, this game didn't make me feel any much better about Sam Darnold, because what it showed me is they're terrified of him making a mistake. So they just went old school. And granted, they couldn't stop the run, but, until I see how Sam responds when a team takes out the run and they put 8, even 9 in the box and dares to throw, and we can win, until I see that more consistently. This game, yeah, he played better, but I mean, that was a low bar comparing how he played the last 4 games. It just feels like when I'm watching this offense, they're just doing everything they can to make sure he gets as few opportunities as possible to mess it up, which is every time he throws the ball. So still want a new quarterback going forward, but I mean, a win's a win, and it is against our, biggest rival. I hate the Falcons the most, so good win there. But I'll be interested to see, I guess, going forward how we do. I feel like, we're facing Bill Belichick next. He's definitely going to make sure we can't run the ball. So, I'll be a little maybe more encouraged if we can do it there, but just, I guess, wanted to get your thoughts on. I don't know if y'all did the confidence meter. I was kind of
No, we did. No, we removed the confidence meter, man. It's because the confidence meter, again, if you remember, the confidence meter was based on franchise quarterback confidence, and we know through 8-9 weeks now, we know Sam is not a franchise quarterback. So the confidence meter has been removed. It could have made a comeback, sure, but I think that, like you're saying, with the way the offense was run, they don't want him to make mistakes. The offense is designed around run the football, limit Sam's exposure, and just pray he doesn't make a mistake. And that's the same way it was with Teddy. That's just the offense. That's just the way the offense is. And I don't think this team is built around good defense, a run game, and that's it. Like, the quarterback doesn't really matter. They don't really care about quarterback. And again, I forgot to say this. I forgot to say this earlier, but this game was a real throwback. Like, some of y'all may not be old school Panthers fans, but what we saw yesterday was throwback John Fox Panthers smash mouth football. That is how we won a lot of games in the past. Run the football 40 times. Yeah, and just milk the clock. Good defense. That's throwback Panthers football. So I think that's
a winning formula.
Get back to.
And that's a winning formula, guys.
Which is different from last year. I mean, Teddy had 2,000-yard receivers. We give Teddy all this crap, but like, we were airing it out a bit more, and which you need to do to win in the NFL. Like, we've seen Jared Goff, we've seen Jimmy Garoppolo go to the Super Bowl. So I don't mind it. It's just when I watch this offense, I don't know, maybe y'all felt differently, but when I watched the game, it still felt like something was just missing. Granted, again, I mean, I know I'm complaining after win, but it's just, I still think an offense has a long ways to go, because how do you respond when a team shuts that out? And that's kind of what I want to see going forward. So I guess we'll see it. But yeah, it did not seem, Joe Brady was calling plays, but it definitely reminded me of a throwback game.
Yeah, it was throwback.
I'll be interested to see. Yeah.
It was throwback.
And that's pretty much all I had. I appreciate it.
All right, bro. Thanks for the call, Noli.
But
yeah, no, go ahead, Dave. You want to address that?
No. I mean, look, man, we straight up, like, I was confused. I didn't know who my head coach was when I was watching the game this morning. To be honest with you, like, I was looking like, yo, is Fox over there or is it Rule? But then I saw Rule throw that flag. I was like, that ain't how Fox throws the red flag. So I knew it was Rule. But yeah, it was super old school, man. Pre-cam.
Old school. That was Deshaun Foster, Stephen Davis, just smash mouth. We gonna be better than you in the trenches, both sides of the football, dominant. But again, I don't like Noli was saying, I don't think we have the dogs to continue. Like, we're not gonna be able to impose our will on every team like that. Like, if we had the offensive line to do that, like Dallas, then sure. But we don't have the offensive line to dominate every team. Like maybe we're gonna pick our shots, right? We can pick our shots and dominate certain teams. But again, I said yesterday's game plan and today's game plan with the way our offense and the way our personnel is set up, we cannot do that every week. We can't. We're not going to be able to do that every week. And if we try, I mean, you can most certainly try, right? But you have to have a backup plan. And I feel like that's what we've been missing, right? We once in the past we would try to run the football, it wouldn't work. We put it in Sam's hand. That's where we would make the mistake. So, but yeah, man, I love it. I love it. I love the old school football. I love running the football. If you're watching on the live stream with me, I was screaming, "Run the football! Keep running it." They couldn't stop it. We were getting like 7-yard chunks. Why even try to pass the ball? Just keep running it. I didn't like the little QB sneaks, but hell, it extended the drives. It was what it was. That's me nitpicking. I said it. It was I'm nitpicking. For me, 2nd and 1, I'm play action. I'm throwing it deep. I'm taking my deep shot there. But hey, they chose to get the first down. I can't knock it. But yeah, man. Oh, y'all can still call in 407. Whoever was calling from 407, call back in. Call back in if you was calling from 407. But yeah, man, old school football. I loved it. Loved it. I don't know who Kyle Pitts who. Got Gilly locked.
Cal out here looking like a bum, man.
So we'll take a couple more calls. Phone line's still open. And then we're gonna shut it down.
One more. Yeah, one more and then we'll shut it down.
I'm waiting. Nobody's calling in, but it's all good. Yeah. We'll wait a couple more minutes, Dave. So all right, so let's talk about it. I mean, next week we won't preview the preview, but quickly thoughts on the Patriots. What chance do you think we have to beat the Patriots?
It's like a 40% chance, 35 to 40% chance. But I think that's depending on who the quarterback's going to be. Because the thing is, we already know what he's going to do. Like, he's going to try to shut the run down and force whoever the quarterback is to sling it.
Here we go.
Call from
number?
Antoine.
Antoine, what's good, bro?
What's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. What's popping?
Yeah, man. I just listened to you. I'm from straight out of Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Steve Davis was something special though, but I think this like a Jerry Rich said. He brought him in. The tradition Jerry Rich at Wofford College.
Yeah. We rock with Stephen Davis. We rock with Stephen Davis.
Yeah, man, Stephen Davis. I mean, he was in Washington for a while, played behind Terry Allen, but he had to come home though. Jerry Rich said, Spartanburg High School, used to play at Wofford College before they got their stadium. But everybody in Spartanburg, South Carolina, already know how Stephen Davis was before he got to the pros. But we ain't drafted, but Jerry Richardson went brought him back later.
Facts.
But I just like to see Cam come back. I think Cam, we can't do no worse. I think we need to set this thing up, bring Cam back.
I think you're gonna set yourself up for disappointment, bro. I don't think he's coming back, man.
He's not coming back.
I don't think he's
coming back. Coming back now. Do you blame him though?
He's saying everybody's saying he got some contracts out there. I don't know. He's being choosy. I can't blame him given the situations he's been in. But he's definitely not coming back here, bro.
Well, if he come back to New Orleans, what you think they gonna look like?
Well, they said that he wasn't going to New Orleans. New Orleans said they wasn't looking at Cam. They already kind of nixed that.
Oh, okay.
So that ain't gonna happen. So I don't know where he's gonna go. The Washington.
Who our quarterback gonna be for this week coming up?
PJ Walker.
Patriots.
PJ Walker.
Nah, that ain't gonna work. See that right there ain't gonna work.
It's gonna be PJ, bro.
I see the little play. They kept the ball on the ground, and all of a sudden they put it in there. They about been a pick in the end zone. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
So what you say? What you think about Matt Rule? We don't have a second quarterback, so I'm trying to,
We got one. His name is PJ.
What we gonna do? We don't got no backup quarterback plan.
Yeah,
we don't have a quarterback yet.
We got another quarterback. What's 10? I think it's 10. Who was our other quarterback? We got one.
He's on the squad. He's on
the practice squad.
Okay.
But yeah, we do have one. But I think you'll probably see us. Even if you see us go get somebody, PJ is gonna be the guy. Like, he knows the offense. He's Matt Rule's boy. So it's gonna be PJ. Even if we were to get another guy.
Are we playing the Patriots this week?
Yep.
Oh man, I don't want to see that. Somebody go get fired for real, bro. Oh wow! If we thought the Giants was something, we got to play the Patriots and Belichick with PJ. Oh man, somebody about to lose their job. All right, fellas, good talking to y'all.
All right, bro. Thanks for the call, man. James Morgan is our other quarterback, for those that were wondering. James Morgan is our other quarterback.
Man, you never know, man. Mike White showed up and freaking beat the top team in the AFC. So you never know. I mean, PJ could go in there and do enough to win the game. I don't see it, but it could happen. It's plausible. I wouldn't put my money on it. And right now we're 3.5-point dogs, by the way. And that's without knowing whether or not is going to be Sam or PJ. With 3.5 point underdogs.
I'm taking that bet. I put my money where my mouth is. I won some money with the Panthers last week. I put my fandom and my money where my mouth is and got paid. I should have took the Panthers on the money line, but I didn't.
They were underdogs against Atlanta?
Yeah.
I didn't realize
+3.
That. Oh. Yeah, I would have took that too. All right, man. You ready to close up shop?
All right, let's go ahead and close this thing out. Dave said he's tired, and I am too.
I am tired, yo. I'm tired. I've been in appointments all day. I had Halloween yesterday, and I got to get up at 5 tomorrow morning.
All right, so just hold off. I don't know when our preview is going to be. We have to preview the game. I'm looking for a Patriots YouTuber. The one I've worked with in the past has not responded to my Twitter DM yet. So we may or may not have a guest, but it's okay. We will preview the game anyway. So I don't know when that's going to be, but Patreon members, y'all stay tuned too, because we got to do our PNP Confidential. All that's coming up. So should be it's gonna be fun, man. Listen, I'm glad we got the W, but can we follow it up? Can we go back to back? Can we go streaking?
We need to.
But I'm not getting my my hopes up. I'm positive shot still on IR. But it's all good. I'm taking it week by week.
Positive shot. My man said, I'm not playing with y'all this week.
Nah, bro. But all right, that being said, man, we getting up out of here, man. Shoot that like button, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff on the way out. We holler at y'all, appreciate y'all support. But we out.
Peace out, guys. Y'all have a good one,
folks.